when last we left our somewhat intrepid heroes, they had done a bunch of stuff. Hopefully a short recap. You guys, I can't remember where last session actually started, but you took off, you found the ship. Took a little bit of doing because it wasn't at the coordinates that you were initially given, but it was close. So it was moving through space. Actually, it's all coming back now. You guys boarded the ship, the derelict, and you were doing some searching. You were forcing doors open, either by brute force or hacking. And you were in the middle of that, and it became very apparent that you were not quite alone. And this is 2 sessions ago. See, my memory is something. 2 sessions ago ended with somebody taking a shot at Atticus and missing. And that's where we started last session. And Atticus got another shot taken at him. Short version is the entire session almost was taken up with combat. And you guys killed 2 out of 3. And when I say you guys, I mean Josh. Josh is the killer among you. Alertness +4. Nice. Good for you. You don't need anything other than a +1 in firearms.
Keep going, man. I was going for the +4.
So Josh smoked 2 of the 3. One of them took off and got away. And you guys recovered some medical supplies. You recovered 3 crates full of stuff. And you recovered a briefcase that was handcuffed, if you will, to the wrist of one of the corpses in the derelict. We left with you guys heading back to the ship. I know you were taking the crates. I know you were taking the briefcase. You ripped a console out of the ship and were taking it back, which I thought was quite hilarious and made me think, oh crap, now I need to come up with something. Were you recovering any of the corpses, or are you just letting them be?
We took 2 of them. We took the corpses. I mean, I think we who was it? Atticus and I, or Duvo and I?
Well, we took like pieces of their bodies.
Okay.
Oh, the other bodies. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, when I say corpses, let's split it out just to be really clear. The 2 that you guys killed in combat, what are you doing with them?
We were taking them back to the ship. I think just to check out, see if we could find out any more information on them.
Okay.
Because we didn't really know who they were or what was going on. So I know we floated them back to the ship.
Okay. The corpses that you found in the derelict that had been there for quite some time, what are you doing with them? There were 4 of them, if you count the one that had the stuff, the briefcase handcuffed to him.
And then the head that somebody kicked off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
We made notes of their names, but I don't remember any plans to save them.
You did indeed make notes of their names.
And the corpse with the briefcase, we didn't have a name for, I believe.
Correct.
He was not in uniform. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So not taking them back?
I'm not going to argue against it, but I wasn't advocating it.
I'm in the same spot. I don't think I'm in no interest in taking the bodies. They wanted a proper burial. They shouldn't have attacked us out in the middle of nowhere.
No, they're taking them. It's the bodies that were on the derelict that we're asking
Oh,
about.
my bad. Oh no, I'm getting confused.
You're
No,
good.
They can stay there.
Okay. All right. So, as I hear it, those of you who spoke up, the combat corpses, we'll call them, are going back to the ship for inspection and etc. And the ones that you found on the wreckage that went down with the Titanic, that's not what the ship was named, are going to stay where they float, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool. All right. So it is a not particularly perilous and very short journey back to your ship. It's just a quick controlled burn of, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes. And then you are back at the Dax. We haven't ever really discussed this before, but I'm going to say there is an airlock in the cargo bay. It's not exactly on the map, but it just makes sense to me that there would be an airlock on the cargo bay itself. So that's where you guys enter because you've got a lot of cargo. And you enter the cargo bay airlock, outside closes, and pressurization occurs, and then the interior airlock doors slide open, and hydraulic elevator pushes you up into the cargo bay.
Okay.
And there is that. And I was super lazy, or really just forgetful, and forgot to throw a couple of corpses on there. So there's one. And there's two. And I didn't make actual crates, so you don't have actual crates, but they're there. And the briefcase is there. All right, so as you get in there and pressurization occurs, the elevator thing comes up. You've got all the stuff there. Over the shipboard comms, you get Mark, and he says, "Everybody good? Everybody on board?"
Yeah, we're all on.
I forgot that I put Mark in with y'all. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. He says, all right. Rusty doesn't want to stick around here too long, so Gabe, are you going to come fly, or do you want him to?
Nah, I'll be right up.
Okay.
And so Gabe will make for the stairs.
Okay. It's fine. We don't have to split
know.
the map yet. What is everybody's plan? Gabe's going to be flying.
Leave.
Okay.
I'll be navigating.
Okay. So you're going to take off and then get underway somewhere and then worry about the stuff, or are you guys going to go handle those responsibilities, and Duvo and Josh are going to look at bodies and crates and stuff, or what's the plan?
I think
we huddle and talk about it. So I'm good with whatever, since I'm just running weapons. I would go ahead and I would go ahead and like work on the bodies and look through things.
Okay.
Mesa had some nasty friends, and they might know where she was at. I don't want to be here when they come looking.
Agreed.
All right. What are you going to do, Duvo?
Help with the body in the crate.
Okay. All right. It is a relatively simple thing for Atticus and Gabe to get up to the bridge and get the ship underway. You both are beginning to feel a lot more comfortable doing this. It's coming much more naturally. And so you punch in some coordinates. Are you heading back to heading to the station where you are to deliver the stuff, or are you going somewhere else? You've got a lot of options in system to where you could hit one of Dax's safe spots, if you will. I don't know if you remember me talking about those or not.
I do not.
Do not.
Eat.
I don't remember.
Geez, guys. Okay, so to avoid pursuit and potential detection, or potentially detection, in between 2 points in space, because when you're flying, it's pretty much a straight line. Dax would, he would punch in some coordinates or save the current location while you were in transit. And then he would turn around, fly back to that, pick another coordinate to fly to, and somewhere in between there, save those coordinates, and essentially create these out of the way random areas in space to where you could punch them in real quick, fly there, and probably, theoretically, usually, nobody would know where you were.
I think I remember you talking about this.
Yep.
I say we just go straight to the place.
Okay.
We might have recapped this. I need to make sure. Did we kill the entirety of that crew, or did someone get away?
One got away.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, I'd say so we can still go back. I'd hope they have a better idea than decide to attack again after we clobbered their friends.
Yep. Now, you guys also had some lingering questions after that incident and fight. Do you remember what those were?
Well, I had a briefcase with me.
You did
Know
indeed.
that.
You do have a briefcase.
There's a briefcase. We were attacked by the lady, the one that hates us, who's now dead. Why am I forgetting her name?
Mesa.
Mesa. And then we clobbered her. We don't know the people she was with. We don't know. We also don't know the ship that we were looking at. We didn't know exactly what happened to it, if I believe. That sort of thing.
Yep.
Unless there's something else I'm missing.
Yeah, we kept the console because we wanted to try and research what had happened.
Yep.
Get what we could. And we wanted to see what was in that briefcase, because pretty sure the briefcase was the point of the whole salvage mission, because they weren't specific.
Right. Somebody, I can't remember who, but somebody last session also voiced some question as to how Mesa found you.
Okay.
That's true.
You know, maybe there's a tracker on our ship.
Maybe. That's
Think
a,
it's kinda
That would be my thought. Because ain't no way she just lucked upon us.
it
She
definitely
probably didn't care.
does not appear to be random.
Yeah, and I assume that she didn't care about whatever ship we're on. You know what I'm saying? They started shooting us immediately. I'll put it that way. So they definitely knew we were there.
Yep. All right. So you guys,
Is there something we can do to look around for a tracker, or is that going to be like?
I mean, it's your ship and you got the run of it. So think about that and chat about it as you guys get up to the bridge and get underway. Greg is there. He seems a fair bit more stable than he had. Some of the issues that he was having appear to not be there currently or right now. And he's doing his thing, helping out with primarily running sensors and scanning and things like that. So you guys hit the navigation and the pilot seat, and you start heading towards the station where you are to deliver the goods. You're going to do a sub FTL jump, but it is going to take it's going to take you probably 2 hours to get to the sub FTL jump gate. And those are called, bless you, those are called slingshots. So you've got 2 hours of flight time, which, I mean, you can essentially plug stuff in, get underway, and hit autopilot, or leave it to Rusty, and he will monitor and let you know when you're close to the slingshot. And then once you hit the slingshot, you'll sub FTL to a couple hundred kilometers. I'm sorry, excuse me. A couple thousand kilometers away from the station in question, and then you can dock there. So you just let me know how you would like to proceed. If you want to manually fly the 2 hours, or if you want to get underway and then autopilot.
I am leaning towards autopilot so we can examine things before we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If we could look around, see what's going on.
Okay.
Scan the ship. Yep.
All right. So while you guys are doing that, we'll go to Josh and Duvo. All right. This is Mesa, and this is the one you have no idea who they are. Duvo, you don't know who either of them is, but Josh, you know the one to the south is Mesa. You recognize her once you get the helmet off.
Okay. I go ahead and fill Duvo in on kind of the, I'm throwing up air quotes, the history of, you know, just the one run-in that we had with her. But the fact that we know that, or we don't know, we are pretty sure that she also poisoned Dax and, you know, is after the ship and after us at this point, is pretty clear. So I go ahead and fill him in. And then let's I guess we just go ahead and check the bodies, see if there's anything on them, anything that would indicate, why they're after us, or if it's just her, or if it's orders from someplace else, and basically just do a little bit of a verification of. I don't know if at this point I'd also like to get the. I'm trying to remember the robot's name. My brain's blank.
Rusty.
Rusty. So, and at this point, I'd like to kind of get Rusty down and have him check him out. Maybe see if we can do like any kind of DNA checks just to see if we can find out who the other person is.
Okay. Sure. Rusty will, when you call him, he will make his way down there. And as he hits the bottom of the steps and heads over, he says, welcome back on board, gentlemen. What would you like me to do?
I go ahead and ask him to check the bodies over, make sure, see if there's anything, anything that can help distinguish who the second person is. But just, go ahead and just like check identities if we can, see if we can run them through any kind of database to verify who they are.
Very good. And he starts with Mesa and says, no checks needed. This is clearly Mesa Vale, one-time member of the crew. I think you are aware of that. Yeah, I'll still run it if you want me to, but that is definitely Mesa.
No, then there's no need there.
Okay. He goes to the second one and says, the hole in the face is going to make identification slightly more difficult. So I think I'll opt for DNA. So he takes a quick swab of that and says, if there's nothing else, I will head up to the med bay and get this started.
Well, I would say go ahead and do that.
Okay. He turns, takes off, leaving you two with the bodies and the crates. You going to get them out of the suits?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mesa, as you pull her out of the suit, she is wearing essentially a skin tight suit, a skin suit, and it comes down. It's kind of a lycra, spandexy kind of thing. Comes down to about halfway between hip and knee, and has long sleeves on it. It's all black. You pull her out of the suit, and there she is with that stuff. Josh, you're looking at the shot. You knew you hit her close to the heart. It looks like it was straight on. You just destroyed her heart with that shot. So she probably felt very little. And that's, not saying psychologically. We know she felt very little that way. No jewelry, no bracelets, a lot of scars, and some tattoos. Don't know what to make of them. No other real indications at this point. If you want to get her out of that skin suit and look, or if you want to go poking around to see if you can maybe feel cybernetic implants or anything like that, let me know on that.
Okay. I mean, I would say, once Rusty's kind of getting his stuff done, if there's anything we need him for, to check for implants, I didn't know if we had anything to scan them. So it would probably be something I would have him do.
Okay. All right. He will come down, and he's got a handheld scanner, and says, here, let me show you how to use this thing. It stays in the med bay. We actually have 3 of them. So just FYI, this is what it looks like. Shows you both how to use it. It's pretty straightforward. 2 menu taps and then pull a trigger and scan. So he shows you how to use it. And there is, in Mesa, there is a communications implant behind the left ear. And it's got a very small, extremely thin wire that goes from it, follows the jawline to approximately the middle of the throat, and that provides the microphone. You will also find the same implant, except on the other side, for the individual that is with her. No other cybernetics or crazy. There's not like a data port or anything crazy in either of them. They're mostly just regular humans. So there's that.
Okay.
Mesa had roughly shoulder length black hair. The other one has about middle of the back, and for being in the suit, had it pulled back and in a loose ponytail. The one with Mesa's not particularly thick, but very, very fit. And she was not extremely tall. In fact, she was kind of short, like 5'3", 5'4". The one that is with her runs about 5'11", maybe 6 foot. So significantly taller, and a little more heavily muscled. Looks to be of Asian descent. No tattoos, some scars, nowhere near as much scarring on her body as Mesa. So aside from general description and being able to get DNA and stuff, there's not a lot to be gleaned from them.
Okay, I would say at that point, if we've done all this, I would say we just get them clothed back up or packed up and ready, and I don't know. I kind of look over Duvo and say, and are the other guys down here or in there with us?
We were flying the ship.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you'd put it into autopilot or not yet. So
Yeah,
well, it's either me or Rusty.
I mean, you could autopilot. And it's going to take you guys a good probably 15, 20 minutes to get both of them out of the suits and get them looked over and scanned and stuff. So if they want to be back down there, they certainly can.
I mean, at this point, once we've kind of concluded our stuff, I'd say we just go ahead and get them readied up and kind of maybe into bags, just so that they're not setting out.
Right.
Uncovered, I guess. So
okay. Sounds good. I guess. I mean, you saw what Mesa looked like. You know what her face looked like. The other one, I will go ahead and show you the character artwork. Just, you're just going to have to imagine a large gaping hole in the middle of her face.
Okay.
Seems to be rocking kind of a supervillain or Sith vibe.
Very long hair.
Sith.
All right, so there's that.
The Empire's after us, boys.
Sword.
Yep, everybody's after you.
Great.
Okay. Let's see. There's the case and the crates. What you want to look at now?
So are we all together? Are we all together in the cargo hold now?
Sure, you guys get stuff moving and set to handle itself, and you head back down. Oh, I guess there's also the console.
Yeah. I think I'll get started trying to get power to the console so that somebody can try and hack it.
Okay.
So
All right.
Work on the briefcase.
Okay. Very nice. Yep. It doesn't take much to get power to the console. It looks like getting intelligible information from the console might be slightly more difficult because it looks like there's potentially some corruption in the system. So you can attempt that, or you can ask Greg to come down and take a whack at it, or whoever.
it's the computers are not my thing.
Okay. Well, Greg and Mark are both pretty skilled as far as that goes. Probably about the same.
So
Yeah,
we'll just pick one of them and let's get. Trying to remember who's Greg. Is that
Greg is Connor's
Andy?
character.
Connor?
Yeah, Mark is Andy.
Mark is Andy's. All right, let's get Andy's character. Let's get Mark and
Yeah.
have him take a shot at it.
Okay. He comes on down and says, "Holy crap, you brought a whole console?" Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
They were not using it.
I got it. All right, so all right, I think I know what we're doing here. Let me work.
And
Much success.
Yep. He says, "Okay. All right. Yeah. Type. Okay. A lot of the data is corrupted. But some of it isn't. So here it looks like there are some log entries. Yeah, okay. Here, check this out." And he brings something up on his screen. And lets you read it.
I got an error message that I do not have permission to see this journal sheet.
Seriously?
Same.
That's trash. Okay. Hang on.
Sorry, dude.
I thought I had done so well. Configure ownership. We'll try it again.
Got it.
I see something.
Sweet. So it looks like you have 7 log entries that are intact.
Let's see.
Well, figured it out. Smoke too much of the good stuff.
Where is the mineral?
Oh, they shot it out.
Unless it was handcuffed to a briefcase to.
Yeah, you don't know. The very last log entry does say that we've jettisoned the samples.
We found the science officer, and we found the captain.
Yep.
The third name is not in the logs.
Yep. And you have no idea who the fourth individual was, the one that had the briefcase.
They
Well, we
did
should probably
not.
look at the crates and make sure this weird material isn't in there.
Okay.
And we'll see if Rusty has a scanner for low-level radiation. And I will head up to Rusty and see if he has that kind of tech available.
Sure. Okay, so you head off to do that, and the others turn their attention to the crates. Hopefully, I've got the permissions set properly on this. We're going to collapse that. Actually, I'm just going to do that. So as you crack open the crates, I've got them all, all three, the inventory in one screen. And it's a little disjuncted because it's sorted alphabetically on item name as opposed to the crate number. So,
Got it.
What is it? LP? SMG?
yeah, laser or plasma.
Okay. Earpiece communication set's pretty good. Bug detector? Like we check for cockroaches?
No, like something to like the bug detector we could use on the ship to see if she had us bugged.
It doesn't say, can we use this on the ship?
Yeah.
Don't see why not.
Oh, yeah. Definitely grabbing that thing.
There are 6 of them.
I pressed request. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. We'll just I think everybody ought to grab a bug detector. We can make light work of checking the ship.
earpiece communication set. We already have those, don't we?
You do already have comms, yes.
Oh, okay. $18 ordinary computers.
Request a tactical weapon light. And a pair of the goggles.
You guys. Who's going after the printer? Duvo. That's funny.
Me.
All right.
I think the advanced data analysis software should probably go to Mark.
Mark or Greg, yeah.
Right. Advanced drone, is that like I'm picturing a small flying device, or?
Yes. Space worthy.
Holy smokes. I don't know. Maybe we do not want to turn this in.
My
Oh, that's right.
my option to release or grant the bug detectors went away as soon as more than one of you requested. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Oh, well,
We
there's
can all cancel and try to do it again.
there's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. All right. So everybody has a bug detector now.
So I just kind of I was listening, but I kind of went on a spree of like including there. Did we keep stuff in the crate? Do we need to take it back, or was this something we needed? What were we? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. What were we grabbing and what were we taking here that we needed back?
You're kind of auto tuning for me a little bit. You're sounding a little bit like a droid there.
Getting robot.
Everybody is now.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
Great.
I was hoping it wasn't my internet. Look, I'm checking Discord right now.
Excuse me. Well, hopefully it
Everyone
clears
kinda
up.
cleared It just cleared up. I can hear you guys now.
Cool.
No, I was just wondering what I couldn't
Yeah, it's
remember
gotten
what
better.
we were going to get. Like, what are we needing to take back? Are we taking stuff out of this that we need to leave in here?
Well, let's just review, shall we?
Because I don't remember.
Did you get the job
Yep.
screen come up? Okay, so
sir.
you should be able to see what has been checked and what has not. And excuse me, sorry. Your mission was to find the ship and search it for salvageable materials and / goods, and take the salvage to this other space station. So it's slightly vaguely worded. Interpret that as you will.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't take all this crap.
Well, I'm thinking at this point, I don't know. Like I said, I thought about that after we started going loot crazy. That maybe we should use the bug detectors to check the DAX to see if Mesa had any bugs on here that would possibly lead somebody else to us. I think it's something we probably need to get on.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So the case is going to wait. The immediate concern has become looking for tracking system software or something. Excuse me, on the DAX. So everybody splits up and starts doing their thing. You gonna get Greg or Mark into the mix as well?
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe we need to have those guys look at the computer side to see if they can do any checks on the computers to see if they see any like malware or any kind of tracking software, or any
Sure.
programs in the system that we don't know about.
Okay. You do. Mark says, "Yeah, I'll get on that."
I need to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Okey
Give me
doke.
just a minute.
Okay. Greg is also going to do a thing. Wow.
Let's roll.
Okay, so they're going to be doing that. You guys all split up to go look around the ship, running your bug detectors, and just going to say that after the approximately hour and a half that it takes to get to the slingshot, you've covered approximately 50% of the ship and have not found anything yet. So that means Gabe and Atticus are going to need to go sit in their respective chairs on the bridge and get you underway from the slingshot, which is a pretty cool thing. I can't remember if I've described one of those to you or not, but it looks almost like kind of like a crossbow in a way. It's got a wide entry. It's not circular. It's kind of flat. Looks a little like ribs coming out with the spine on the bottom, and the ribs get shorter and come to more of a point the farther down the thing. And it's got waves of energy just slowly flowing towards the end of it. And you approach, you've got your coordinates locked in. The ship interfaces with the slingshot. And at some point, it begins to actually pull you in, and you could always break off. But if you don't resist it, it's going to continue to pull you in. You'll hit a point where it begins to help accelerate the ship, and very quickly, you are moving fast, and off you go. Imagine what it looks like when a ship goes into hyperspace in Star Wars. They're there, and then they get really small really fast and are moving. It looks different than FTL. In FTL, you remember it looks real cloudy and it's very opaque. This, I think I have described. You are, it's like you're in a tunnel that is clear and water is being poured over it. So everything looks really distorted. Planets can look really funky. They get to where they don't look round at all. But that's kind of what it looks like. And you are in sub FTL jump, and you're going to be there for probably 6 hours. Which gives you plenty of
Okay.
time to continue your search of the Dax. Mark comes over comms and reports that he didn't really find anything in any of the stuff that he checked. And Brett, I'm sorry, not Brett, Greg, very quickly found a repository of dirty movies, but no malware.
Did you freak out?
Mission accomplished.
Freaking out is not necessarily the word I would use to describe that.
Mark is the one that would freak out.
Well, only if Candy wanted to watch them with him.
What? Do we still have
Fair.
her?
Yeah,
We
Yep.
still have her on the ship.
she's
Yeah, she's the autopilot.
Yeah.
She's locked up.
Woman of many talents.
What
Yeah,
you
I
guys
forgot
don't
about
know
that.
is like 3 or 4 nights in a row, I actually caught her like standing over Mark, like while he was sleeping.
Mark or Greg?
Mark,
Mark.
which I'm sure he's going to love hearing.
Oh man.
Yep. Yeah, she's still locked in the well, theoretically locked in the cabin's quarters. Captain's quarters. Good grief, cabin's quarters. So okay, it takes you after about 2.5 more hours. You
Starting to robot again.
Robot.
how about now?
I don't know if it's. I think it's all in Discord, to be honest with you.
It's all in Discord, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just-
Okay. Well, after about two,
it's okay.
go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was gonna say it started to clear up, and then as soon as you started talking in like earnest, it started to do it again. But we can see how it goes here.
Okay. So it takes about another 2 to 2.5 hours to get the rest of the ship covered with the bug detectors. We had forgotten. Rusty does have something that will detect low-level radiation. So while you guys are scanning the ship, he will go down to the cargo bay and he will scan the cargo and the corpses. And he will report that there is radiation, but it's minimal. It's acceptable. There's no indication of anything foreign. He doesn't see an issue.
I'm not gonna get any superpowers.
All right. So after your scan of the ship, there was nothing found with those devices.
She probably put it on the outside. I can be paranoid.
Probably not wrong.
So what do? We put everything back in the crate and give it back?
Say we do that. If they don't want it, then we'll take whatever they don't want.
Maybe they'll let us buy some.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or we can ask maybe I think we'd be honest about it, ask maybe for a little bit of a reward, or a little bit of maybe a chance to pick a couple items out, but not do it without their knowledge.
They have to pay us anyways, so
Right.
Yep. Okay. So you throw all the stuff back in the crates. What about the case?
I think we should just have Rusty check for radiation on it, see if we can sense any, and then I don't know if we want to try to open the case. I look around to see what other people say.
I think it kind of depends on we have any radiation spikes.
Absolutely.
Okay. No radiation, no craziness.
Okay. What kind of crate is this? Like a lock on it, or what do we do to open this thing?
Well, so it looks like it's got a, it's got two physical clasps, but it looks like there are electronics built into the handle. And you're not sure if that means biometric or what. But electronics does mean potentially hackable.
Can we smash it open?
How are you going to turn it in if it's smashed?
Bro, we just did the liberty of opening it up for them. Or we can try to unlock it first.
They don't have to know that it happened, after the fight. It happened
True. We got
during the
attacked.
struggle.
We had to use it as defense. But no, we can try to do it. We do the proper way first.
Okay. So, gonna get Mark or Greg again.
Yeah, whoever knew more.
Yep.
Whoever's better.
Yeah. Well, there's 1 point separating them.
What's the point?
Okay. So Mark comes down and he gets to looking around at it, and there's nowhere to plug into the thing. So he has to use a excuse me, he has to use a device that he found on the ship that will allow him to scan and brute force a connection, and then he manages to get in that way. It takes him about 5 minutes. Had to try a few things, but yeah, he gets in and says, "Okay, there you go. You pop the clasps and open up the case."
What do we got? Mountain Dew.
When you open up the case, there are 3 bottles. The 2 on the outside are empty. The one in the middle has a slightly viscous amber-colored liquid in it.
No labels on these things?
No labels.
Can Rusty do a scan on them?
Is there a seal on that bottle?
You pick it up and you look. There's not an obvious seal on it. You ask Rusty if he can do a scan, and he says, "Yes, I can." I can do some analysis without opening the bottle, depending on how in depth you want me to get. I may have to open it.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you can at least do the non-opening stuff.
I agree. I think so.
Okay. So he does his thing. And says, after a little bit, he does a lot of standing there and then says, interesting. And after a minute or two, comes back and says, I can't be sure without obtaining a sample and running some tests on that. But it does appear to be some sort of serum that I would assume is injected into carbon-based life forms for some reason or another. There does not seem to be anything immediately harmful in its makeup, but I have not seen anything like it before.
That seems like something worth a great deal of money to the right people. Like the people who hired us.
You are most likely correct, Gabe.
Yeah, let's lock this thing up and move on and see what they say about it.
Everybody's in agreement on that?
Yep.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay. So you close the case, lock it back up, and away you go. Hurtling through space. Are we going to do any more searching? Are we going to do... is there anything you guys want to talk about with each other or me while you're still in... excuse me, sub-FTL transit? Wow.
I can't think of anything. I
Yeah.
think at this point, like, I don't know, unless somebody else has something, like I think I'm ready to get this thing
Yeah,
turned back and turned in so we can get some money and keep moving.
I agree.
Okay.
Is there a shower on this ship?
Yes, there
The
is.
last time I showered.
Yeah,
You
we've
just assumed that I've been taking care of my personal hygiene.
we've kind of glossed over that, much the way you don't really get to see people go to the bathroom in Star Trek or Star Wars. Yes, there are bathroom facilities, of course, but there are also shower facilities on the DAX, and showering is not what you might think about showering being, coming from Earth and looking at it from 2024. So the shower is still a shower stall, and you still go in there in the buff. But essentially, the whole thing fills up with these weird little, almost micro beads.
Are there 3 clams?
No, there are not. That would be too much. But yeah, it's a water conservation issue. So it fills up with these little beads, and whatever they do, once they evacuate the chamber, you're clean. Takes about 3 minutes.
My character's gonna be disappointed because He likes taking showers.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Hopefully, when we land on one of those planets, he can take a real shower.
People haven't done showers like that for 2,000 years.
Might not be
My
able to
personal
find
quest,
one.
5-day water shower.
Nice.
Everybody else has plans for buying things, and he's going to spend his wealth on a shower.
Right. I want water.
Showering was my thinking space.
Okay.
You know, that's a sign of autism, right?
Hey.
So is baldness.
Now you'll get there. I had hair when I was 22 too.
Yeah.
I might not make it to 23 at this point.
Nice. All right. So, looking at my map here, it looks like a couple of adjustments need to be made. I've got Duvo, Atticus, Josh, Gabe, Mark, and Greg. All right. Back to the main deck of the Dax. Okay. So 2-3 more hours go by, somewhere in there, during which time Mark sits in the rec area playing his newfound entertainment on the big screen.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself, Mark.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey guys, this is my alone room.
Why do we add? We just had a robot that can do this for you. Why are you asking?
Is this a instructional video for Candy?
Oh, he says, oh, wait. I found something that you're not going to believe. And he starts a new video, and it is Candy. And quite unfortunately, it is Dax as well. So I need everybody to make a sanity roll. I'm just kidding.
No. Perfect timing. Sanity roll.
Yep.
Go.
Yep. Just kidding about the sanity roll. So yeah, quite.
We do. Why did they video this? Why would you? What is the point?
He's not around for you to ask. You could ask Candy.
We don't know why people do what they do.
That's true.
See, the one thing that we didn't know was, Mark wanted to lock her up, but Candy's kink chip that was installed thinks that's actually like foreplay. So.
Oh boy.
Indeed. Yeah. Good times.
Yep. That's hilarious.
All right. You guys drop out of sub FTL, and there it is. The space station is about 6,000 kilometers away, and it does not look to be as large a space station as Station Prime in the Neogen sector, but there it is. And you guys, I'm just making assumptions now because not everybody's where you would expect them to be if we're flying. So we're just glossing over stuff. It's fine. You approach the station. You obtain permission to dock, and you are issued a docking ID, which then gets put into the ship's computer and takes about 5 minutes to approach find the docking bay and dock the ship. All right, so now you've got this cargo, and you are on station. How do you want to handle it?
What is the station like? Like, is it heavily populated? Like, do we get a name for who we were turning this into, or where we were turning it in at, or what was the?
Yeah, you get a name.
Job details.
Let's see. You get a name as soon as I make one up.
Labronia Stevens.
No. Sorry. Had to cough there. Apparently not done. Your contact is a Jameis Reeves.
Do we get like a location of where he's at? We're gonna have to walk around and find him.
I mean, you could just make contact via comms.
We're starting there. Do we want to scout the place out? What do we want to like? Are we suspicious of anyone, or do we think we're just gonna be smooth sailing?
I'm suspicious of everyone.
I
Oh,
don't know that. I don't know that we're. I don't know if we're suspicious of anybody at this point. We took out the group that came after us, but we don't know where that last person is. So
I did ask for like a weird bottle thing, so we don't know what their goals are. But I mean, I'd say we just find this guy or contact him and let him know what's up.
okay. How are you going to go about doing that?
Do we have like a holographic phone we can use?
Yeah. I mean, you could use your laptop.
Pad?
Yep.
Can use the new version of Teams.
There you go. There
Sure,
you
let's
go.
call him on the new version of Teams.
Excuse me. Okay. So you make the call, and after about 5 seconds, display comes on, and you've got a probably mid-20s, maybe 30 at the latest, male. Definitely is walking, because you can see the background and you can see the things that shift in the background as he is walking. He's wearing what looks like a not shiny, but is wearing a silver suit with a black tie. He's got sunglasses on, which is kind of dumb because he's in a space station. He's got red spiked hair. He's very light complected. And when he picks it up, he says, "Reeves." Yo.
Hello?
You my contact? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The salvage job, right?
Correct.
All right. What did you find me?
Got a briefcase that you might be interested in.
Very.
And a crate of various goods,
Okay.
as well as a console from the ship.
Okay. What's the ship name? I'll come to you.
The Dax.
Okay. You can see he does a little thing. Says, okay, I got your docking bay. I'll be there in 2 minutes. Reeves out. Screen goes dark. So you guys head down to the cargo bay. You get the stuff situated on the platform. Are you offloading Mesa and what's? Oh, we forgot to cover this. Approximately halfway through the trip, Rusty comes and says, I know who your second attacker was. And he pulls up some information and sends it to your screens. Was a female. You obviously knew that already. But her name was Nyx, Nyx Chen, Chen. Pretty long history of criminal activity, including murder, including piracy, including human trafficking. The only thing that appears to be really missing would be scruples and morals, and has a reputation, or had a reputation, for being a mercenary for hire.
Do you think a person like that would have a price on her head? I'm asking Rusty.
Let me check. Yes, there is a reward for capture, dead or alive, in this system.
Sweet.
I just, out of character, I want to point out, I find it interesting that she has the same last name as the medical officer on the derelict. Just because that's weird.
Interesting.
But maybe it's, maybe it's the Jones for this system.
Maybe. So what's the deal? You gonna take the case? You gonna take the crates? Are you taking the console?
I mean, we have no more use for it. We can give it to them and see if we got a bonus, because
I
they want to know what happened to their precious cargo. Then here they go.
I wonder if there's any value in it. I mean, we can give him the log information. We can tell him we have it. I don't want to carry it if I don't have to.
Agreed.
Yeah, if he doesn't want it, we can just throw it out of the ship.
Okay.
And send it out into the nearest star.
Okay, so case, crates, info from console. Corpses?
No.
Okay. All right, so you get everything situated on the platform. Platform lowers, airlock doors open, and it's touching down about the time you see a guy in a silvery suit turn the corner, and he's got 4 dudes that are with him. 2 of them are in mechanical loaders, essentially mech, like warehouse mech suits. They've got lifting capacity and stuff. And he walks up and says, he points at Atticus and says, "You were the guy I was talking to, right?"
Correct.
Jameis Reeves, and he hands you a business card.
Atticus. Clark. And then I don't have a business card.
He ignores it.
Um,
Says, did you have any trouble?
well, yes, but it seemed unrelated to the job, potentially.
Okay.
We were attacked, but we took care of it.
He, you're not sure if it's a smirk or what, but his expression changes very briefly. Says, good, I'm glad you got my stuff. What was the condition of the ship in?
Destroyed.
The worst condition.
I mean, everything other than completely annihilated.
You know how you look on a classified and it says, I know what I got, but it's not that much?
Got it. Yeah, okay. Hang on. And he turns his back and he walks about 10 steps away. And the four dudes are just standing there looking at y'all. And he, with his back turned, he's not really trying to hide it, but he's making a call and says, yeah, looks like we've got it. No. Hang on. He turns back and he says, guessing no survivors.
When we were attacked?
No, the people on the ship, they did not make it. The ship was not whole. There was no atmosphere.
He nods briefly and turns back and says, yeah, no survivors. Okay. Got it. Fine. Yep, out. And he turns back around and walks the 10 steps that he walked away to get back to you. And says, okay, my guy's good to get the stuff.
What's our reward for this?
He holds out a excuse me, holds out a cred stick. As agreed, you can scan it. It's all there.
How much money did we? I don't remember how much money we said we were gonna get paid for this.
I cannot freaking remember.
We didn't have it on the
Yeah, I
job.
don't know if it had it on the description.
Yeah, it would have been in the contract. Let's just say, because I'm a doofus, we'll do.
I'm trying to remember what it was because we thought it was a lot, but then they were like, "Oh, that's not a lot."
No, that was because we inherited some money.
$29 million.
That's how much she's given us.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the Gabe will let you worry about the money, and I'll start directing traffic for the workers.
Okay. The two guys in the suits will get the big crates, and the two guys who are not in suits approach the case. If somebody is holding it, they will stop about arm's length away, and one of them will hold out his hands for it. If it is just sitting, they will both walk over. One will pick it up, and the other will just be right there glued to him. All right.
Yeah. Set it down and take a step back. as they walk up.
Okay. So they pick it up. The dudes with the crates are already moving and walking away. Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. The other guys collect the case, and they just turn and walk away. And that leaves Jameis standing there, and he says, pleasure working with you. You got my card. You ever need a job, we've always got something going on.
Gotcha.
All right.
Hey, those ones who attacked us. Is there somebody around we could talk to in case they were somebody of interest?
I assume so. Check with station security. And he turns and he walks
Thank you very
away.
much.
And as he's walking away, you can tell that he's making another call because you hear him as he fades out. Yeah, I got it. We're good. And there you are, 29 million credits richer. He did not ask for the console. Did take the data, of course. What were you going to say there, Justin?
I said at 29 million richer, but more questions to be answered.
Yep.
What did we just give up?
What you were hired to get.
Oh, what we were hired to get.
Cool 3D printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I need to take that stuff off of your character sheets.
Yeah.
I deleted it off mine.
Yep. All right. So contacting station security.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I got it off mine.
Awesome. I had to take it off of Dave's. Duvo was not going to let go of that.
Keeping it.
All right. Let's see. So you interface with station security, and you do not get a person. You get clearly a machine, and it starts in with a brief welcome to blah blah station. What do you want? That's the quick version. It's a little nicer, but not much.
We have a dead body.
I was gonna say I don't know if we should reach out to them or if we should go for. Is that a laugh or a cough?
It's both. I
figured it
die
out.
every time
Alright.
I laugh. I cough.
I'm wondering if we should check to see maybe where the we know that this person has a bounty on their head, or I'm wondering if we need to try to figure out where to turn that in. I don't know if it would be at the.
I guess Rusty knows there's a bounty. Maybe he knows who would claim it.
Yeah. Sure. You hit Rusty up about it, and he indicates that he is familiar with how to do that. Every station has a kill board, essentially, and on the kill board, you can find available Man, I'm having a tough time talking now. You can find available bounties, essentially, or people who are wanted. Excuse me. Hang on just a minute. All right. I have applied your 29 million for retrieving the cargo. That is now in your cash. Hang on a sec.
We're rich.
Yay. Oh, come on now. Didn't type. Okay. So you interface with the kill board and you do a search, and you sure enough find Nyx. You find out her her alias is, or was Shadow.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
And let's see. Somebody at this station or in the system perhaps seems to have wanted her pretty bad because the bounty was 200 million.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, you're glancing through and you see some of them are like 1.5 billion. But there are also plenty that are, 600,000, 400,000, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's a good haul, 200 mil, but seems maybe slightly small time, maybe. Either that or she's just not that high value for this system.
Beggars can't be choosers. We just killed a random person.
I don't want to put her in a deep freeze and go shopping around.
Yes, sir. I'm glad she's worth anything at all. I say we just sell her here.
I agree.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did we scavenge their weapons? I think we did. Back after the fight.
It was not stated that weapons were scavenged.
All right.
The rifle that Mesa was using, if you remember, you're guessing destroyed itself because it had a technical malfunction. She just discarded it. Of course, that was in the heat of the fight. But yeah, you guys didn't say that you were policing their weapons, so I just
Okay. No worries.
didn't worry about it.
No worries.
Fine by me.
Did we look and see if Mesa was on the board too?
You did not.
Yeah, maybe we should do that too.
Yeah, Mesa.
While we're there, we'll go ahead and check it out.
Yep, Mesa is on the board. 500 million.
Sell her too.
Whoa.
She's dead. She attacked us.
Yep. So here's how it works. You go to the kill board, you interface with it, you find the info, you tap into that individual, and it gives you, kind of what they're wanted for, how long they've been a fugitive, those kinds of things. It's your typical rap sheet and criminal history. And then you've got 3 options. You can either X out, you can accept, or you can, oh, the word just left my brain. Oh, come on. Capitalize. And capitalize means in this context, what you guys have done. You've already got them. There's no hunting. You're just bringing them in and collecting stuff.
Sweet.
So, after a brief discussion, you guys decide that you are going to capitalize on both. So you do that, and then you're given instructions where on the station to take them. And for these 2, at least, you are to take them to the security station on level 16 and suite, I don't know, A77.
Okay.
So, what was that? Somebody okay?
I don't know what that was, but I'm okay.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know why my throat is so scratchy tonight, but it is. So you guys load them up. Haul them towards level 16, suite A77.
And go collect some money.
Get rich quick.
Right. Okay. You, how are you transporting them? You just gonna load
Yeah, I'll carry.
carry 'em
I'll
over the
carry at least
shoulder?
one of them.
I can carry one.
I'm thinking that I'm thinking for that kind of money, I think we can take some preparations to make it a little less obvious that we're carrying corpses through the middle of a busy station. At the very least, body bags.
Yeah, they already had them
we-
bagged.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't.
I bagged them up.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. I would
Do we
think we
wanna-
could find a gurney or something.
That's what I was gonna say. We could find a cart or something to take them in.
Okay. Yeah. You can rent one.
So let's do that.
So you rent one, and it's for you guys pretty negligible. It's 10,000 credits, and you get it for the day. So you get the cart and stick the body bags on it, and off you go. Nobody bats a single eye that you're carrying corpses through a space station. And this appears to be a lot more, I mean, you don't know at this point if you're just in the business district or if this station is all like this, but it is very industry oriented. You don't see, at least right now, you don't see much in the way of habitat. But that, it's a small station, but it's not a tiny station. There could definitely be that. So you find some elevators, you go up to level 16, and as you step off into level 16, you see some info pops up on a screen as you step out, and it's giving you directions, and it looks like you're going to make 3 lefts and a right to get to the corridor that has A77 in it. So you take off. There are a lot fewer people in this area on this level. Down by the docking bays, the hangar bays, there were people all over the place going here and there, busy doing stuff. This is by no means deserted, but definitely fewer people. So you have an easier time navigating with the cart. You take your 3 lefts, take the right, and you're approaching Suite A77. Excuse me. And as you are about 50 feet away, the door opens and smoke billows out. You can see there is a red flashing light, and blaster fire hits the wall opposite. And that's where we're going to stop.
What?
It's just a shooting range, guys. We should be okay.
I was looking for more bounties to collect.
Let's go.
We're about to die.